next to where that big oak patch is. Okay.
A hunter seeks the rugged beauty of the West and the thrill of bugling bulls. And to locate his first Colorado elk on the vast Kessler Canyon Ranch, Troy Jackson sought out young pro Alex Sellers, who knows this area and the elk like the back of his hand.
Kessler Canyon was brought to my attention at Dallas Safari Club. 2010, my wife and I went for the first time. Never had been before. We heard that it was really neat.
But if you're looking for a higher success rate, you're going to come out west, maybe on your first elk hunt. Tons of outfitters, guides you can book hunts with there. Great place to start your research.
Actually meet outfitters and talk specifically about hunts, and I think it's just a great opportunity for them to narrow down the options and dial in where they want to hunt on a particular fall.
It's a great way to have that access, and it doesn't get any better as far as an elk hunt goes if you get a buy hunt from Kessler Canyon. You're going to get a great hunt with some very respectable Colorado bulls that you won't find probably in very many areas in the state of Colorado.
Kessler Canyon is a 23,000 acre Colorado nature ranch. A big game hunt up here is either a 4-day, 5-night or a 5-day, 6-night hunt, depending on what you book. We have basically anything to come and have a great Western experience.
It's a Western experience that goes beyond trophy elk and mule deer to encompass world-class upland birds, scenic horseback riding, and blue ribbon trout fishing with 5-star lodging that leaves you wanting more of Kessler Canyon.
See, he sounds like he's still back up in there. I really don't trust the wind. I mean, if it was more this way, but if those cows keep working their way up the draw, probably by the time we get out and get back down there, it's a gamble.
As a guide, I always think this is my worst nightmare, when I have a day when the winds are swirling and unpredictable.
It's frustrating, and for me, my blood pressure goes to the roof. Cuss and swear, throw my shooting sticks. Once I get her calmed down, you just gotta stay at it.
Maybe we're better off just to sit here and wait it out and see what steps out there and then make our move. Oh, yeah. You know what? I think there's a bull right there. He's right on the edge. Yep. Look how far back his wind's going. It's back.
We've had kind of a little front move in. We've had some clouds move in, and I really look for him to really start vocalizing, and it's going to be a good evening. I can feel it.
If you get a cold snap, it can typically cause them to really kick in and start rutting and start bugling at the onset of a big front.
They make the animals a lot more active. So when you get a sudden temperature change, say 20-degree drop, expect a lot more activity.
See, that sounds like a better bull. Yeah. About 3 or 4 of them are sure looking back in the timber. Hey, that's a different bull. Troy, did you see him? Can you see the other bull coming up out of the body? I think we need to make a decision.
What we witnessed were just a tremendous amount of elk going up and over the hills. Just a long ways away, unfortunately.
That whole draw's loaded with cows that's going to be tucked in over in there. Yeah, there are a lot of them bedded on that little ridge. So I guess we got a decision to make. I don't mind walking it, but if you don't think our wind's going to be good, it's not good, guys. I don't think it's worth pushing our luck, because at least if we don't bump him, we can come back in here in the morning. I think he's just going to stay right in this area. As long as his cows are staying right there, he's not going to go anywhere. There they come, right up there. On that very corner, I see the cow coming through.
This morning, got up early, got down low where the elk were last night. We saw some cows and a bull right off the bat.
Well, it was kind of a mutual agreement, but Troy decided we were going to head out about 4:30. But it paid off for our benefit. We saw a couple bulls sparring back and forth for 10, 15 minutes.
There's 2 bulls over there. You got a bigger bull over here, right over where those trees are. He just went right around the corner. And I mean, he's big. He's definitely a shooter. He's big, Troy. He's going right over the edge where that big tree is. Just not very lucky, are we, Alex?
They could have came towards us or went the other way. and unfortunately they went the other way.
You know, when you're out there expecting them to do one thing, they always do the exact opposite. And I don't know why they do it. It's like they have a sixth sense, but they always do the exact opposite. But you have to try to plan for that exact opposite.
Boy, they're clear at the end, ain't they? The only thing I'm worried about is that if we don't get down to that vantage point, that they may all come back across that bottom and then come up over there like they were the other night on the other side of that saddle. The only way we're gonna have to do it though is play our wind. If we got the right wind, we can probably do that. So we can drop down and then just hit the sides.
There was a few things I wish I would have seen go a little bit better. We sat in a couple places that I had high hopes for. Didn't pan out.
Yeah, I think Alex is a little bit disappointed that we haven't gotten a little closer. We have been scouting the canyons, walking down into the little fingers and glassing the hillsides. Time is kind of moving faster than expected. I want to see if we can get on one or at least get close enough for a shot.
I was a little hesitant on calling right off the bat, but it really worked out for the better. We would have never located this bull probably if it wasn't for doing some calling.
Pre-rut is always really exciting, calling, because you never know how the animals are going to respond. The rut hasn't kicked in yet, but you never know what kind of mood you're going to catch that bull in.
They're all moving down. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's him. He's right there. He's right there. He's probably got 4 or 5 cows with him.
The high point that we had, that was the last cover on the whole side of this mountain, and Alex got us in a really good place where we could wait for the elk. It was an aggressive move, and that's what had to happen.
Get down in here, find a good spot. Yeah, we don't want those to bust us. We'll have to slide right down through here. I see him. Okay, let's hurry.
There were so many elk on the mountain. We had a satellite bull at the top. We had another 6x.
We had a little bit of mix-up there at crunch time towards the end. Troy was looking at another bull that was a lot farther down on the ridge.
There he is right there. Here they come. Do you see him up at the top, where the other one was? The bigger one just stepped out. That's the one you want.
Troy, I said, Troy, hold off, hold off, hold off.
The bigger one's up high.
I got him.
Take your time. You got him. You got him. Hit him again. Hit him again. Hit him again. Nice. He's going down. He's going down.
He hit him hard, he really did, and it was enough to make the bull turn, come back down the hill.
If they're still a standing, I'm still a shooting. Elk are a very hard animal to put down on the ground permanently. And at every opportunity, if there's a time for a second shot, I always put the second shot in.
You know, it's the most humane thing. The animal deserves the quickest, most humane death we can possibly give him.
Oh, man.
Look at those daggers.
Thank you, Alex.
What an animal.
Oh, my gosh, look at this.
What an animal.
When you first come up on a bull with a guy that's never taken a big game animal like that, of that size and that magnitude, just to see the thrill and the joy in their eyes, and I mean, it's just so special.
That is the sole reason why we guide, is to show people and share, pass on the traditions of elk hunting and taking big game animals.
Wow. Well,
This is-
congratulations. That is amazing.
That's awesome.
Good
Thank you.
shooting. Good shooting.
Thank you.
The excitement on Troy's face was just kind of makes me feel like I'm giving back a little bit. You know, my father and grandfather took me out hunting, and now I know what it feels like. It's really great.
You know, in life, sometimes you say, I'm going to do that next year, or I'm going to take this hunt next year. Don't wait. Don't wait to take this hunt. This is something that everyone needs to experience.